We have to think locally but act globally. We have to shift our attention to Africa because that's where everybody's looking. Everyone is looking at Africa right now. And Kenya is a very nice place and even ranked high on investment opportunities for foreigners. And think about it, you're not even a foreigner.
Welcome to Beyond Borders Hub. In today's episode, we feature a true trailblazer, Lilly Richards, a mother, successful entrepreneur, and the visionary founder, the president of KWITU, the largest and most engaged network of Kenya women in diaspora, KWITU.org. With a Bachelor of Science in the Finance and MPA in Government and Policy, Lilly Richards brings over a decade of expertise in finance, including 6 years in retail banking and 4 years in mortgage banking. As an active member of the diaspora herself, Lilly Richards deeply understands the challenges faced by those living abroad, especially the lack of reliable support, a situation made even more difficult by COVID-19 pandemic. Her philanthropic spirit shines through her work. Since September 2020, she has helped connect more than 800 women in the diaspora to reputable companies offering land and home. Driven by a personal commitment to highest level of customer service, Lilly Richards mobilizes the diaspora to foster development back home while passionately delivering solutions that help families stay connected. She is also the director and CEO of Premium Errands Global, further expanding her impact. Get ready to be inspired by Lilly Richards' journey, her dedication to empowering women, and her unwavering belief in bringing positive change to her community. Lilly, welcome to the show. What is the deeper purpose that motivates you to lead KWITU and support Kenyan women in the diaspora? And how has this purpose influenced the direction and growth of KWITU over the years?
I want to say thank you for having me here. And I get it that we're diving deep into KWITU and all of that. But first, I want to say that I am a mother, which is my favorite job in the world. A mother to one beautiful young lady called Jillian McKenna. And I'm a wife. Actually, I was married in December some years back, so my anniversary is coming. So that is me at home because charity begins at home. And I make sure that I dedicate myself to the fullest to my family first before spilling out there to anybody else because my family comes first. About KWITU, the deeper purpose that motivated me is that I was an immigrant myself. I came here leaving my entire family in Kenya. So I was all alone here, living with people who knew me when I was a kid because now they took me in America. So, of course, there was a huge disconnect. They didn't know me much. I didn't know them much. But we had to make it work because they were the people who hosted me and they were very good to me. But in between, there is all that happens. There's a lot of information that you need. There's a lot of stuff you need to learn because you're new in this country, and there's a lot of culture shock. And there's a lot of, you sleep for 1 second, you fall, through the cracks. So you have to be on top of it. You have to be on top of information. And this was very hard for me. It was very difficult because when I came to America, I knew I had a plan. Okay, my plan was first get a job, then get a degree, then maybe get into a relationship and start a family. And I stuck with that plan. I had a plan and I knew I must do this. So I knew as soon as I get a job, I need to start looking for school. And looking for school takes everything out of you. You have to learn so much that nobody tells you. I remember one time I was going to look for a job and I spoke about this with somebody who I cared about and I thought they cared about me, a lady who was, and she kept pushing me towards nursing, telling me, oh, here in America, if you want to be rich, you want to make money, go to nursing. I'm the kind of girl who sees a needle and I faint. My doctor knows this. I don't like needles at all. This is why I don't think I can do the Ozempics and that stuff, okay? And this lady, she just kept pushing me towards, medical school. And I was like, no, I love people. I loved helping people, but not like that. So I realized there's that pressure to go to medical school. But also I remember talking to her about a job that I was trying to pursue at the bank. And she told me, oh, no. You just came from Kenya with that accent of yours. Who told you somebody would hire you to an office, nobody will hire you to an office. You have to start from the bottom. You have to go wash people at the group homes. You have to do these direct care jobs like the rest of us. And I was just like, oh, wow, okay. And trust me, whatever she said that day is what really, really, really encouraged me, inspired me to go and look for the job I wanted. And I went for that bank job and I got it at PNC Bank. And that's when I started my journey in banking and grew with PNC for 6 years. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. When you come here, you can easily be lost because you don't know so much. You need information and you can't access that information and you don't know who to ask. And maybe you know people to ask, but they're not the right people. They're directing you to a path that you don't want or a path that you know very well cannot work for you. So KWITU came about because I was constantly searching for community and there was no community that, would support us. And we have a lot to learn. It was hard to know all these things with IRS, all these things with what? Even finding a school, you have to learn what are the state school colleges, what are the community colleges, which colleges are accredited, which ones are not. Where do you go if you want to specialize in finance? What's the best college for this? What's the best college for that? So it was research every day, guys. And I did the research. It was a lot of work. And I felt like if there was just somebody or a place I could go and just ask, guys, what do I need to pursue this degree in such and such a state, blah, blah, blah. And somebody would just show up and say, hey, I can help you with that. And, and that's it. So I created this group. I created KWITU because I knew we need a community as Kenyan women. And so our mission as KWITU is to connect, to support, and empower each other. The connection part is the biggest part because, to be honest, if you come in this country from anywhere, it is hard to be on your own. You must look for your people. And that's what we gave to people. We gave them our people. So come to KWITU, you get 14,000 other women like you. And we are from all backgrounds. We are from all walks of life, all demographics. We don't choose. We don't, discriminate. As long as you're a Kenyan woman and you live in the United States or Canada, you're welcome. Yeah, so that's pretty much what inspired me. How it has influenced my growth? Ah, my God, it has influenced my growth by force, okay? By force. Yeah, listen, I'm the kind of person, number one, when I came to this country, I was the girl who was like, I used to say, I don't need female friends because females are messy, okay? I'm a female, okay? I knew, I stayed away from females for about 2 years. God told me, no, that's not the path I have for you. If you had told me a year before I created KWITU that one day I would sit somewhere and be surrounded by females, even 10, I would have said, hell no. All my friends were men, I'm telling you, and I can mention them, and they know, we still talk today because I used to go and hang out with them at a place called Chinyamti. This is somewhere just here in New Jersey, and it's a place called East Orange. We used to hang out, and it was only men, about 6 men and me, and then another lady came in and joined, so we were 2 ladies and all these men. I never had a lady friend. The only lady friend I had lived in New York. We only meet at the parties and then boom. So I feel like this is something God imposed on me. And I'm glad I had his voice and I took it and I did what I needed to do. And I also acknowledge that everything I've managed to achieve so far is because God worked with me, because every time I think about it, I don't think I could do it just on my own. So I can take credit for that. And also it has grown me in a way that now I feel that I'm a good leader. I'm a better leader than I was when I started. I feel that I'm more refined. I can handle much more than I could handle before. And I'm in a good position to encourage somebody or to talk to inspire somebody because I have been there. I've seen it all. Believe me, if you put yourself in my shoes, you'll be surprised. Most of you will, you'll give up by the second month, maybe the second day. I put myself there and soldiered on. And so emotionally, spiritually, I have grown in all ways. And also I have grown my network. And as they say, your network is your net worth. I'm at a better place now. Yeah.
Wow, that is powerful. It's amazing to hear how your purpose has shaped such a vibrant community in KWITU. I'm part of it, and I can attest that the work that you're doing is great.
Thank you.
Leading over 10,000 diverse women is no small feat. How do you create a sense of order without losing that personal touch that makes everyone feel welcome?
So what we've done with KWITU is that we've created a culture of some kind of pride. So KWITU members, they understand because this is how we brought KWITU up this moment. We don't do pettiness. We don't do all these shenanigans. And KWITU members are very protective of that space. And we love it like that because that gives us an opportunity to also pull back and be ourselves and do what we need to do here in our own spaces as, people, as individuals, because some of us are going to school, we have jobs, we have families, and we love that we have this understanding that KWITU women they don't need us there all the time. And we are good. We can take, nowadays, I've realized we can take a break and we come back, there's no fire to put out, even after a few days. So I feel like the culture we've built, the culture we've put in place has really helped us. And most of the people also who do this work to help us even out here be our good selves are the KWITU members who actually buy into the KWITU vision. The majority of women are actually very smart, outstanding women. KWITU has all sorts of women, like I said. We have women who are at home taking care of the children, to women who are professors, to multi-millionaires. But KWITU brings us together, and KWITU actually humbles us to the point that you can talk to a millionaire any day and ask for advice. So we enjoy that.
That's impressive, Lily. It must take a lot of heart and coordination to keep such a large group moving in the same direction and still make everyone feel welcome.
Mm-hmm.
How has your why helped you navigate challenges as a mother? Are there specific obstacles where your why made all the difference in your response?
Challenges are always there, and I run businesses here and I also run businesses in Kenya. So you can see the obvious challenges that I face with my businesses in Kenya because already distance is a problem. And when your associates know that you are always out of the country, thousands of miles away, there tends to be some kind of mishaps here and there. So I don't understand why this has to happen, but I'm glad that right now technology is helping. Soon we will not have this problem, But here in the US, as a small business person and also coming into this as a Black woman, there's that issue there, We are sometimes invisible. So we have to do a lot of work to stay visible. And I'm lucky that at least I have a community of Black women. And as a woman, a cosmetics boss, it's very lucky that, it's not even lucky. It's amazing that I do run this platform of women who also use cosmetics. So my biggest clientele are actually KWITU members, and it's just made it a little easier for me. Yes, I do get other people who are not KWITU members because my website is out there. You can go and order. But it's always nice that the community supports me. And also that's the reason why I encourage the community to support other business people so that we guys can grow together. I don't see much challenges other than just a little here and there. But as far as clientele is concerned, I can say I'm at a good place. Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have a physical store in Kenya and in the US?
So I've been looking for a physical store for 2 years. So, hey, if you know where I can find one, just hook me up. But I am in several studios, makeup studios, and also I am in several stores up there in CBD. I have people there who carry my stuff, and now I'm trying to push my stuff to Eldoret. That's going to be what I do in December because Eldoret is also huge. It's a huge market. So as soon as I get a place of my own, I will have that, for me. But right now, I just have distributors.
You have a huge following, and where could people find your products?
You can reach out through our pages, Lavish by Lilly. We are on Facebook, Instagram. We have a designated person who takes care of orders and delivers. Actually, you don't have to worry. We'll bring it to you, even if you're in a different city from Nairobi. We do ship to you. So all you have to do is reach out to us through our pages or through our WhatsApp number, and somebody will get with you and you can order whatever you want and we deliver. Or go to the stores. Yeah, I just don't remember the number of the specific store.
What are the challenges that you have encountered distributing or working with your distributors for your cosmetic, Lavish by Lilly?
The first challenge is it bootlegging, something like that? Because I realized I used to carry brushes and stuff like that in Kenya, and then I realized they were making some bootleg brushes. Obviously, not the same Bristols, not the same quality, but really this watered down my brushes so much that I had to discontinue those brushes. As far as my products are concerned, I try to control these products so that they don't fall into anybody's hands. My market is middle class to higher class women. My products are 3,000 Kenya shillings and up. When they're on sale, it's 2,500 for a lipstick, and my foundations, same. I do good pricing, but I'm targeting a very specific clientele. So I try not to have my products into supermarkets or places like that, because that's how your product will get into the hands of those bootleggers, and then your products will be everywhere for 50 shillings. And it's not really your product, it's just something they put out there, and then it will start watering down my brand. So for now, I love how it's working for me there because I control my products, very controlled.
That is inspiring to see how your why gives you strength and pushing your brand to the market. You get into action, and that ripple effect is incredible. It's your clear passion that inspires others to find their why, because you're there leading over 10,000 women, and I see your influence.
Yeah, I thank God for that. I have prayed to God so many times to never let that influence get in my head. I have prayed to God so much that you will never hear me say, oh, I'm a this celebrity, I'm a that celebrity, oh, my followers. Absolutely never. Because number one, I don't believe in that. Because if I'm a celebrity, then let it be seen out there because I'm celebrated, not because I'm forcing it down your throat. So never, I'm not. And I get it. And you've said it. I have this influence. But I understand, even the Bible says, stay humble. Be humble so that God can lift you up. I've seen people getting a little attention out here and they just blow out of their mind. And they go into destruction, self-destruction, And it's because they think now when you have this influence, now you're on top of everybody else and everybody's on the bottom of you. No. So I pray, and I'll keep praying that this does not get into my head. I don't have followers. Everybody who talks to me is my friend or not. But Mimi, I don't do that stuff. Yeah, I'm just Lily as you see me. Yeah.
What steps do you take to make your work, whether it's Lavish by Lilly Cosmetics or Lavish by Moms, stay true to your why? How do you handle situations when your work starts to drift away from your core purpose? Because I know you are an entrepreneur, you're leading over 10,000 women, you come up with the annual event for the KWITU women. How do you balance all that? Because you're a great mom, you're a great wife, you're making impact in the community. How do you strike that balance?
I do it with intentions. I stay intentional. I will never drift because people are drifting. I will never jump because people are jumping. I am very intentional with everything I do. And that is something that has taken me places. That's what I can say about that.
Excellent. That's such a great approach. Yes. It's easy to get off track when you have so much on your plate, but your commitment to your why really stands out, Lily.
Thank you.
For women searching their own purpose, what advice would you offer based on your journey? Are there practical exercises or questions you recommend for discovering one's why?
I think it's last year I put up a post and said, I thank God because He has shown me my purpose in good time. I've lived through it to the point that you're doing something and you feel in your heart, because it's my purpose. Even if it's not my only purpose, but it's one of the biggest purposes that God wanted me to do. And I am grateful because some people go through life without ever knowing what their purpose in life was, And I celebrated myself so much because it hit me that I've lived my purpose to be this person who's leading this huge platform or this huge community for 10 years is no joke. But I'm glad I came through the other side and I'm still together. You know, I am not broken. I'm not finished. I am here and I'm still able to sit down here and have that conversation with you. And so my encouragement to anybody is you have to understand, like, when you're getting into something, why are you getting into it? If you're getting into something because Lilly Richards is doing it, that is a bad reason. If you're getting to something because somebody upset you so much you want to show them, that's not a good reason. What that means is that you will not go far. You will start, yes, but you will not go far. I've seen this with my own eyes. You've seen it with your own eyes. People start trying to do what we are doing here, but with all these crazy reasons. And it doesn't work like that. You know, you must have a very clear definition of what you're trying to do and be very purposeful. And so I thank God for the team I work with, because they're an amazing team. The team I've worked with since the beginning, because some of them are not working with me anymore. And we know we'll have new ones. Everybody who has worked with me along the way was a very great person, and I'll always be grateful to them. I owe them big time. Okay. And the reason is, even you, when you're walking this journey, don't think you can do it alone. You can't. So always know who's surrounding you. Be very picky who you bring around, and know what their intentions are, because some of these people, not everybody is it's going to carry this vision. Not everybody's a vision carrier. Not everybody is out there to support your vision. Yeah, some of them are just in there because they are monitoring spirits.
Excellent. Your event in August doesn't fail, the KWITU reunion. What is it that you do to make the women stay in the bond and stay to the vision of KWITU?
Hey, let's talk about events. So I'm going to tell you that the KWITU reunion is the mother of all the events you see here today. Okay? We used to have a few events, and those events were stuck up, and you'd see all the leadership at probably Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, and women like me would be the ones to mobilize and to do this. And it was weird, because I felt like we as women, we should be in the front. That's how God made us. We are the leaders in this world. We back all these people, all these men out here. Why is it that everywhere women are pushed to the back? Why? So that is one of the reasons why KWITU, I'm very passionate about KWITU. And KWITU is all about, everybody in KWITU is a leader. And they can, that one is something I say every day. But back to events. I would see these events and just feel sad for these women. People are in the, they go to this event and they're out there looking and feeling like they're dead inside. And it's because people are stuck up with this, let's be like this, let's be proper, let's do this, let's do that. So when KWITU came and when we started our first event, the one thing I told women is that this is not going to be an event like those ones you go to. This is an event for women by women. So how we're going to run this event is this. You come to this event how you feel happiest. And when you're here, you do whatever you do at this event, as long as it makes you feel happy. Nobody's going to bother you. You want to take off your bra and throw it? Please do. Because if your bra is too tight and it's messing with you and you're at this event, why? You want to take off your shoes? Take it off. And that's why you see when we guys are out there, women have embraced this event because it is where women, we got to be ourselves. Because for us, this is not some stuck-up event. This is therapy. We are out here trying to offload all the shenanigans we've gone through the whole year. So this is therapy for us. It is a place with no judgment, absolutely no judgment. Absolutely no judgment whatsoever. It's me sad when people go into the KWITU event and they do something and then they start coming back here to apologize and say, oh, I'm sorry, I did this and this at the KWITU. Oh, madam, nobody cares. Nobody even remembers that. Just don't do that. When we are out there, it's a fellowship of women. We make sure we hit all the points. We do pray, we do workouts, we do community service, we do the workshops, and then we dance. So, yes, we go to the club and dance, but also we do our prayer session. Whoever wants to go can go. And we also have the workout session, and we also have the community session where we go and work in the community where we are. So it's not like we're going out there to do nothing. And also, while we're doing this event, we support the local economy, especially of Kenyan people. So we hire Kenyan venues, we hire Kenyan DJs, we hire Kenyan decorators, we hire Kenyan photographers. We try to give back. We even hire Kenyan Ubers or whoever can ferry us from one end to another. Kenyan babysitters, Kenyan makeup people. So this is how we guys give back to that community. And when we guys started, I remember our first event was in Dallas, and we were criticized so much by women. They were like, they were so disorganized. They were so blah, blah. And I said, excuse me, you call that disorganization, but we call that a women's fellowship, and that's how it will be from now on. Forget all those events you go when you're so stuck up, like somebody put a stick somewhere and you're just like this. But we get into our event knowing very well we are going to dance. And this time, there was a clip that somebody sent me of KWITU mamas dancing on the floor until we're like, Chini. I don't know if you saw those videos. It was
I saw, and you know the one,
amazing.
I love the bus. I love the bus because people just do, they're just themselves. And I'm like,
See,
I love this.
exactly. We cannot be out here working hard, doing all these things, and then we go out there trying to have fun, and then we also have those kinds of limits. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, nobody's gonna bother you. That's what KWITU events bring to women, and that's why many women don't miss these events.
I love that, bringing the women together to let off the steam. That is a very great place to just come and be yourself and just be who you are. Outside of your work, outside of your family, you're there as a woman to have a me time. And I appreciate you for leading such incredible women to come together. It is fantastic advice from you, Lilly. I'm sure our listeners will find those tips super helpful. How has your why changed or grown as you've taken on new roles and projects? What experience or lessons have contributed most to that evolution, from being KWITU president, from being an entrepreneur, organizing the events for the community, Lavish by Lilly, Lavish Moms? So how has that been like?
Okay, so let me talk about Lavish Moms for a second, because I know that's one thing I don't talk about much. I started Lavish Moms to help me and a few friends of mine to be putting together some dogo money here and there, and we buy sanitary pads and we take to our various primary schools. So not just Lily's primary school, we can take it to Lily's former primary school this time, and next time we go to a different one, and we keep going around just supporting girls. That was the whole point. And I know this thing with pads is, everybody talks about it like it's nothing, but we've learned that really these issues of pads affect students, especially ladies. It does affect them so bad. And I saw this firsthand when I started working with the Maasais. It was horrible. And I realized this is something that's happening everywhere. So having said that, to be able to succeed, you have to be super passionate about what you're doing. And I've seen it with me, because my passion from the beginning of KWITU has never wavered. It's still the same. If it wasn't there, I would have quit a long time ago. I would have quit, because I didn't have to go through all the stuff I went through. So if you are out there and you're trying to move or do something, or you're trying to be chaotic, because I can call it that, we're the kind of people who go against the grain. People tell you to go this way, you're like, oh, so why are we not going that way? We should go that way, So be that person who's always critically thinking and critically looking at things, and seeing stuff in a very purposeful way. If you're out there trying, keep trying. That's one thing that you should never give up on yourself, because you might fall 100, 1,000 times, but still, you wake up and you keep trying. Somebody told me before they hacked their business, they failed 12 times. I was like, hiya, 12. I'm sorry, it is, and somebody fails once, they're done, they're out. This is not for me.
Very true. That's what I've learned. You have to start something, fail. You don't have to be perfect, but just do it. You will get there.
You will.
And you never know the opportunities which are out there until you start something. You started a group here. It's been very successful. And one thing I love about KWITU is because it's all inclusive. KWITU is a home for everyone, and that is incredible. It's fascinating how our purpose can evolve with time. When you start something, you realize, oh, I need to do this. And because I know by the virtue of you starting KWITU, you have discovered other things that women need, not only just doing events for the women, but there are other things that, you connect them, like with the trips, properties, running errands back home. If someone wants a document, I see you come through for ladies. And that is why that we should just start from where we are. You never know what other opportunities you're going to open up.
And I want to say a little bit about that. All these businesses you see me running, they're businesses I am running because there was a time when I needed whatever I needed and I couldn't find it. So I decided, okay, let me stand in the gap and do it. And something like the errands business, I brought it into KWITU and I asked the ladies, I said, there's this opportunity because we guys are out here suffering. We cannot trust our family anymore. We cannot trust our friends anymore. Can somebody just start this thing so that, we can have somebody, a professional, help us with all these errands. 2 years later, I started it. And so Premium Errands connects you with services back home. If you want anything done, it will be done. And I get it. It's not easy running a business from another continent, but you find a way. You find a way to make sure whatever risks that there are, they're limited. They'll always be, but they're limited. And yes, I've been in the space connecting women with investments and businesses that, those are still investments back home. I'm very passionate about this. I am super passionate about this because I am one person who gets really, really annoyed when I see that some of us Kenyan women are just sitting in the US. Some of us are tuna makaratasi, if I might say that. And you're very comfortable here thinking this is heaven. I've been trying to tell these ladies, understand that being back home is not the worst thing that can happen to you. But if you have not invested back home, then it is the worst thing that can happen to you. Set yourself up to the point that you don't even mind. You can even self-deport and say, hey, I've had a good run. Let me go home because you know very well, you have something to fall back to. And also the fact that everybody's trying to go to our country, everybody is scrambling for Kenya. It is the Chinese. The Nigerians are not living. Tanzanians are all over the place. Sudanese forever. And now African Americans are out there, and we are not seeing how important it is for us to benefit, being that we have the advantage of belonging to two different countries, two different worlds. We have that advantage. So they're jumping into these huge investment opportunities while you're in the diaspora. And it really makes me a little bit, a little frisked because we as women should be seeing way ahead, not being short-sighted. Let the men be, because obviously we are the ones who actually have to be talking to our men and like, okay, have you seen this? This is going on. Should we do this? That's your job. But again, there's also consequences to some of these things. I remember going after this investment that we were doing the construction at KWITU Village, KWITU Gardens. And KWITU Gardens is just a name. So every investment there belongs to an individual. So the company we were working with let us down in such a big way that, I don't know, it's even sad when things like this happen because it ruins it for everybody else who's out there trying to fix our problems as diaspora people. Now, other people are having a problem because diaspora people are scared. When they see things that happen out there, things that are so scary, they're like, I'm not going to risk my money. But you see, we can't be in that point of, I'm not going to risk forever. We have to move past it. Yeah. So that is what I'm trying to tell people, that yes, risks are there, but let's work on making these risks minimal. Yeah, so that we don't have women losing money or anybody losing money because they're in the diaspora and somebody's taking advantage of them.
Speaking of KWITU Gardens, I thought that was a great idea. And you being a visionary leader, I would say that was a great initiative. But, there's some things which are out of your control because you come up with the idea and then if something, falls short of your vision.
Yeah, so this is the only one that happened and I have learned a huge deal from it. And right now, mine is to literally sensitize people and tell them, you cannot work with this company or that company or that company, because I'm gathering information on the companies that have been frauding people over the years. So what we need people to understand is if a company does this one time, that's it for them. They're out. Avoid, never again. And I'm 100% sure this will never happen to me again. That I'm 100% sure.
Excellent. Have you had successful projects that people have invested, they have had their homes or their lands, they have proper documentations?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
have
okay.
a lot of success. So I know when you were talking about my bio before, you mentioned 800. That number is
Yes.
now way over 2,000 families with land.
Excellent.
So we've had huge purchases where we go somewhere and it's only KWITU members buying the land. And we've done
Mm-hmm.
this a lot in Malindi and Nanyuki. We've also done
Mm-hmm.
this in Ngong, where we bought so much land, only us, diaspora KWITU members. We've done this in Diani. We've done this in Emali,
Mm-hmm.
Isinya, Naivasha, Nakuru. We've done this in so many places, even up there in Kisumu at Riat. We have bought land together. And what this tells me is that there are women out there who are interested in having a piece of investment, whether it's for speculation, whether it will be for development in the future, whether it's for whatever reason, they want to have it. They want to safeguard it. They want to have it there for whatever reasons. We've also seen women relocate their mothers or their parents in general. We've seen women buy land for their siblings because not all of us come from land. Some of us came from homes where there was no land. And some of us, yes, there was land, but when our parents died, uncles decided to do what they did and they kicked us out. So as a woman who is able to fix this problem, why not? You go ahead and fix it for them. So it has been happening, and I've seen a lot of success with that. I've also seen a lot of success just buying apartments. We've done this with several companies as well. My favorite being Unity Homes. These guys are Uko Tatu City. Tatu City is a beautiful place. And I hope we continue to buy and invest back home because that's where the future is. The future is Africa. Yes.
Excellent. That's so moving to see that your impact into action, because really, if you partner with the correct people, there is opportunity for people to work with and help them get properties back at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do you believe it's so important for women, especially in diaspora, to start with why when building their lives and businesses? What changes have you witnessed in women who embrace this approach?
That means you are moving with a purpose. Because if your why is going to be a reason for doing whatever you need to do. You're not moving just empty without a purpose. You're moving with a purpose. And that's very, very important. And like I said before, if you're going to do something because somebody else is doing it, no. If you're going to do something because of peer pressure, no. You have to do something because deep down you feel that this is what I need to do. I'm passionate about it and I'm willing to work at it, and you go ahead and move with it. So, yeah.
That's great perspective. The transformation has been truly inspiring, Lilly. If you could share one piece of advice with women in diaspora who are just beginning their journey, what would you want them to remember as they pursue their own purpose?
Mm-hmm. I would like to tell women in the diaspora, and I've been meaning to say this in one of my live videos, that we have to look back. We have to look back where we came from and do right. Because I believe our blessings actually come from back there. There are women who are carrying a lot. Things are not going right because of something they need to do or something they didn't do or something they did. Now, some of us went to school and, we went to school and you got what? Bursaries. Some of us went to school because you got a sponsor to pay for your school. Some of us went to school because XYZ happened and you went through and succeeded in your life and God gave you all this. God put you in America and you've never looked back to take one single child to school. You've never ever paid fees for anybody in your life. And if you have, maybe your family, but you've never said, okay, somebody was there for me. I need to be there for somebody else. You've never done that. I beg you, please go back, pay some school fees for somebody. because somebody was there for you at some point. Set that straight with God, and your blessings will be endless. You will unlock blessings for generations after you. That is an opportunity that most of us don't see. So please, make it right. Another thing is you have to be long-sighted. This country, with the direction that we are taking, God knows we could wake up and everything is happening. It's very unpredictable. It is crazy. And we cannot pretend that we are in heaven anymore. No, we are not. So we sleep with one eye open. We wake up wondering what has gone on when we were sleeping at night. What did Congress pass? What else is happening? And you never know. Now everybody's at risk, whether you are a green card holder, whether you are a naturalized citizen, whether we are all. So please focus and remember, you have an inheritance at home. And if you don't have it, it's always time. It's always a good time to make one for yourself. Invest in Kenya and beyond. There's a friend of mine who's trying to have me invest in Rwanda. And being myself, I'm like, why not? So I'm going to Rwanda in December. I've been to Zambia. I'm still looking because I realize Zambia also needs you to do a few things before you can buy property there. So we cannot be these small thinkers. We have to think locally but act globally. We have to shift our attention to Africa because that's where everybody's looking. Everyone is looking at Africa right now. And Kenya is a very nice place and even ranked high on investment opportunities for foreigners. And think about it, you're not even a foreigner. Yeah. So
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. Think locally, act globally. Thank you so much, Lilly Richards, for sharing your remarkable journey, wisdom, and passion with us today. Your insights on leadership, community, and power for purpose have truly inspired our listeners. From mobilizing the diaspora to fostering development and connection, your dedication is making a real difference for Kenyan women around the world. To everyone tuning in, remember to find your why, pursue it boldly, and create positive change wherever you are. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share it with your friend, and leave us a review. Until next time, keep dreaming big and living with intention. This has been Beyond Borders Hub. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me. Bye.